We are covering episodes 7 through 12 today, and things get wild. We're talking assassination plots, ancient evil gods waking up, Cain accidentally becoming a living legend, and our main character getting roped into even more engagements because he physically does not know how to say the word no. Let's dive straight into how Cain completely breaks this world's balancing system.
We kick off with episode 7. Cain finally turns 12, which means he can legally register as an adventurer. He walks into the guild, and right on cue, a few local thugs try to bully him. Luckily, an A-rank adventurer named Claude steps in and diffuses the situation before Cain can accidentally send them to the Shadow Realm. But Cain isn't here to do rookie quests. He needs an advanced rank fast so he can move freely. Cain takes on a high-level subjugation task and heads into the forest. He runs into high-ranking monsters that would normally require an entire elite raid team to defeat. Cain, being the absolute cheat code that he is, casually obliterates them and brings back their high-grade materials like he was just out picking groceries. When he returns with proof of the kill, Eden officially promotes him straight to A-rank on the spot.
Moving into episode 8, Cain is finally entering the Royal Academy alongside his two current fiancées, Princess Telcestia and Silk. First up is the written exam. Cain has the memories of a high school graduate from modern Japan, so he breezed through the questions like a speedrunner. He gets a perfect score, taking the #1 spot in the kingdom. But then comes the practical magic exam, and this is where he completely cooked himself. The instructor tells the students to hit a target with their best magic spell. Cain decides to use a simple level 1 fire spell. The problem? His level 1 fire spell with his divine blessings has the destructive power of a tactical missile. He unleashes it, and instead of hitting the target, he obliterates the entire target range, leaves a massive smoking crater, and blows up the defensive barrier of the academy. By the end of the day, the school principal and the king are just holding their heads in pain. Cain wanted a peaceful high school life, but on day 1, he basically put himself on the kingdom's military radar.
Episode 9 shifts away from school comedy and drops the main plot on our faces. The 7 gods summon Cain to their realm, and they aren't laughing anymore. They reveal the true reason they gave him these ridiculous stats. The seal on Aaron, the evil god of entertainment and malice, is fracturing. To give Cain a proper reality check, the gods send his soul into a special pocket dimension to train with Hirasawa Yuya, the legendary first king of Esfort, who was also a reincarnated Japanese guy from generations ago. Yuya doesn't hold back. He gives Cain a brutal, high-speed sword and magic tutorial, forcing him to actually fight instead of just relying on raw stat numbers. Yuya drops a massive bombshell. Aaron isn't just an evil entity. His awakening is directly tied to the negative energy generated by humans, and Cain is the designated executioner. Cain leaves the training dimension with a brand new sword, advanced divine skills, and the terrifying realization that he has a literal world-ending war sitting on his doorstep.
Fresh off his god-tier training arc, Cain needs to complete a mandatory quest to rank up to A rank. The task? Stop a notorious bandit gang. For a normal adventurer, this is a deadly raid. For Cain, a total walk in the park. He clears them out effortlessly and secures his promotion. Because Cain is essentially a god walking among mortals, he's a total outcast at the Royal Academy. Wanting to help him fit in, Millie and the crew volunteer as guest instructors for his class. Their plan? Stage a mock battle to show the students how reliable and cool Cain is so we can make friends. Yeah, it backfires completely. Cain's power is so fundamentally broken that instead of looking cool, he just terrifies his classmates and reinforces the fact that he is a complete anomaly. Frustrated by the school drama, Cain goes into the woods to blow off some steam. He unleashes a few casual magic attacks, but because his stats are maxed out, it looks like a tactical nuke detonating. The sky lights up, triggering a false alarm and leaving the Esfort Kingdom panicking over a fake monster raid. But don't let the comedy fool you. In the final seconds, we get an ominous glimpse of Aaron, the evil god. It's a stark reminder that despite the high school antics, Kain's ultimate battle as the apostle of the gods is right around the corner.
The students at the Royal Academy take part in a practical exam, where they must showcase their magic by summoning a familiar. When it is Kain's turn, he completely miscalculates the amount of mana required. Instead of summoning a typical pet or minor magical beast, he accidentally summons Seth, the prince of the demon realm. The entire academy is thrown into a panic, but Kain, completely unfazed, forces Seth into a contract. Later, Kain also wins the absolute loyalty of Dalmatia, a former heavenly king of the demon realm, who willingly becomes his butler. Following these absurd achievements, Kain checks his status plate. Because he has essentially subdued rulers of the demon realm and completed his divine training, his stats shatter the known limits of the world system. He reaches level 600, officially elevating his power into the realm of a demigod. The comedic tone abruptly ends when an emergency warning hits the Esfert Kingdom. A massive, unprecedented stampede of high-level monsters breaches the nearby forest, heading straight for the capital. It is revealed that Aaron, the evil god, has successfully broken his ancient seal ahead of schedule and is directing the horde to wipe out humanity. Kain flies out to the battlefield alone to intercept the monster horde and confront Aaron. Before the fight begins, the deep lore from Episode 9 is reinforced. Aaron boasts about his malice and confirms he is the one responsible for killing the legendary heroes of the past, who were Kain's biological parents from his previous life on Earth. Despite Aaron being hyped up as a world-ending dark deity, the fight proves just how broken Kain's cheat abilities truly are. Armed with the blessings of the 7 gods and his 5 years of pocket dimension training, Kain completely bypasses Aaron's defenses. Using an ultimate high-tier magical strike, Kain utterly vaporizes the evil god, saving the kingdom from total annihilation in a matter of minutes. When Kain returns to the capital, he isn't just met with cheers. The king and the prime minister give him a massive lecture for completely obliterating the landscape and causing widespread panic with his apocalyptic magic. However, his heroism cannot be ignored. To reward him, and to strategically place him somewhere he can't accidentally blow up the capital, the king promotes Kain to the noble rank of Viscount and grants him his very own domain to govern.
Okay, so that is the end of the Aristocrats Otherworldly Adventure Season 1. If you enjoyed this massive breakdown, make sure to leave a comment below. Would you be able to handle having 3 fiancés at 10 years old while managing a whole duchy? Or would you have just let the evil god take over? Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.